Aloha, I'm Daynin Dashefsky, and joining me today is one of my adult instructors, Mina. Thanks for joining me. And we were invited by Girls and Geese to give you this special presentation of one of our techniques that I absolutely love. And thank you, Shama, for asking us. And it's called a high side armbar. And it's one of the things I love because it's one of those moves that no one will see it coming. They think you're going to attack one arm when you're actually attacking the other. So I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to have Jared lay down here. Now, one of the things that I really like about my high side is the fact that the more I move up to the shoulders, the more, like in wrestling, I pin these shoulders. I stabilize those shoulders down. So no matter what he does with his legs, I still control the fight. So here's what I mean. I'm in cross-side. I've got my gable grip. I'm down here. So now I'm going to cup the shoulders, preventing him from moving up, and I'm going to move myself up. Now, by doing this, I'm pinning, and I'm just really going over his face almost, and I've raised his arm above his head. This right here actually threatens him because it makes him weaker, because anytime the shoulder goes, or the elbow goes above the shoulder, you weaken the person. So in this situation, most people think I'm going to try to attack this arm, and they're going to start defending that arm, which is fine. But what I want to do is I'm going to attack the back arm. So if I just try to reach up and look for that wrist, I'm not going to get it. I'm going to actually armbar him on my thigh. So what I'm going to do in order to get that wrist, I'm going to tilt my head and my body forward, allowing me to reach back and look for that wrist. Now, once I'm there, I'm going to come back and boom, the armbar's right there. Thumb is facing up. I'm controlling the wrist and I'm armbarring him right on my thigh. So again, once I come here, I control the wrist, I move to a high side, and then he may be wailing around, like I said, he's pushing his legs around. I'm just going to relax and keep control and pin his shoulders. And then once I'm ready, I'm going to tilt forward, look for that wrist, and armbar right there. Now, this is the only armbar. I can also transition to a judo. I want to get my hip into the armpit. Now, here's another armbar. Use that to push his arm against. Use the knee, push the arm against. I can use my foot and armbar right there, right? So there's all these armbars. One of my favorites is cupping the arm and controlling it, and then stepping over the head, pulling my foot back into the neck, and then arching and armbarring his arm right there. So this side control position is really nice because no matter what I do, I'm isolating. If I don't want to attack this, I just go back to this way and start attacking this arm for Americana or Kimura. But I'm always going to control this position and keep him on his side, high up in the armpit. And that is what I call my high side armbar. So did you feel threatened because your arm couldn't go anywhere? It's like laying up here. I don't like that feeling. Yeah, but it's really important to remember that when you look at us, we have 4 fighters each. This is one of my fighters, this is the second one, third one, and fourth one, or you can say 25% of your fight each. Anytime I take away a limb where he can't use it, as in side control, right? If he's laying down, he won't be able to use his legs against me. He's got 2 arms he can use against me, but I've taken his legs out by coming into a high side. He can't really use them, but I still can use my legs against him. I can use it to come up and hold him down. I can use it for if I wanted to do an extended armbar. If I'm going for Americana, he extends, I can reach forward and go for this armbar. I could use my knees to come up and, hold him down. There's a lot I can do, so my legs are still active. So I've got 100% of my fight against, maybe isolating 25% of his. So as a concept in jiu-jitsu, always ask yourself, how many limbs do I have against how many of his limbs? Or fighters, I like to call them, or percentages, right? The more I take out his fighters and the more fighters I have, it's always going to be an advantage. So it's really important to look at the fight that way from a concept, is remove a limb. Every time you remove a limb, it takes away 25% of their fight. And then you start to dominate the fight. So thank you again, Shama, for inviting us. We really, really are excited to be able back on the mats and to share jiu-jitsu with all of you. I know it's a tough time, but be patient. We can still learn and still be safe. So wear your mask, stay social distancing, and we will see you guys on the mat soon. Aloha.